Okay, hello and welcome to Battlefield 1 Beta. So, yeah, I decided to download and try out the Battlefield 1 Beta, just like I tried the Battlefront Beta. And, yeah, looking through it, it's been pretty interesting. I've changed my mind at least once or twice playing through this beta.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah, it's funny enough, these get to they have an introduction and sort of how to play it and stuff, which is a bit meh, and they're all voiced over by YouTubers and stuff like that, which, yeah, I guess is a bit. They really seem to have cottoned on, or EA have grabbed hold of this whole YouTuber thing. They've sort of come to a realization that, yeah, personalities on YouTube and the web can really sell a game or really get behind a game and give it a good place. But I don't like this really. I think I might have actually preferred, like, just now when I looked at the
generally speaking, since during the beta the Sinai Desert is the only map available, we're just going to be covering
another tab there. The introduction, it was all written up in text and stuff. I think a quick blurb would have been better than actually having this kind of video demonstrating out how to do these kinds of things and stuff like that. But it's kind of cool that they actually went out of their way to try and cover how this is different to previous Battlefield games. And that's where I'm going to get onto a little bit of a gripe I have. This, initially, from when I looked at this menu and as such, it reminded me so much of, yeah, this is funny, this is Stone Mountain, who I have recently subscribed to and started watching some of his videos. It's quite funny that. And yeah, well, back to what I was saying, but this menu, it's straight out of Battlefront. It's carbon copy and paste, basically. They did no effort whatsoever to actually make it look original or authentic or even eye-catching. It's the most generic fucking boring looking HUD and UI ever for this game, and I hope they change it, but looking at it, I don't think they probably are gonna, because Battlefront's menu and UI stayed the same right into the actual final game, which is one mark against this, I must say. I mean, I just hope in the future, I don't know what Hardline was like, but definitely for certain, Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3, although 3 is rather defunct now, Battlefield 4's UI didn't look like that. It had actually its own little kind of style and stuff like that and things, and I guess this one sort of does to a slight degree, but it's feeling more Battlefronty, and that's not a good thing, I must say, because that was the most, yeah, like I said, generic and boring looking fucking UI ever. They could really take a card out of I think it's Black Hawk Studios, I think they were called, or Black Wing Studios or something like that. The guys who make Verdun, basically. They have a really nice stylized looking UI and a stylized menu and everything that like fits with a World War II game. This does not. It's the most generic fucking looking thing ever. It's straight out of Battlefront, like I said. And it just, it's like no effort whatsoever. Are you kidding me? And that was one of the things that made me initially not like this. And then secondly was the horrible kind of feel, because like, yeah, I get in, and also the game runs like shit. Although that's mostly due to them not having servers in the African continent area, which, yeah, look at this choppy fucking terrible fucking frame rate and lag and stuff. It's fucking garbage. Also, keys lock up, and I end up, you'll probably see it throughout a number of the videos, I end up doing weird things and spazzing out as I'm trying to wrestle my control back into my character away. It's like sometimes the character forgets to stop running when I take my hand off the shift key. Sometimes the character won't zoom in, or just, yeah, runs into a wall and carries on running into a wall even if I'm backpedaling and trying to get away. Other times they won't stand up or won't crouch, or they won't look in the right direction. I have to rest, and that's why you see me wriggle around in all the screen. Oh, but this looks cool. The actual destructive environments are back, and I must say it's quite nice. But then, yeah, like I said, with the lag you get some of this weird fucking frozen bullet time. I mean, I thought this wasn't a Star Wars game, for fuck's sakes, guys. Has Kylo Ren been around here? freezing fucking say blaster bolts in midair. But and then yeah, some prick kills me, which is going to be a lot of what the gameplay is. Well, all of the gameplays, because I'm actually kind of terrible, really. I honestly am terrible at video games or Battlefield games, and the 200 ping, which was the lowest ping I could get out of any of the fucking servers, and that was me, and I legitimately looked for the lowest ping. I mean, I for the most part went to the auto match, or yeah, the automatic matchup, and it should find you the lowest ping, and oh god, it's always 200. It's terrible. And yep, we have some horsey time here, and I have absolutely no idea why this fucking gun has 0 ammo. I wonder if this is possibly a glitch, or it's just fucked. But yeah, then you have the sword, which is really cool if you can actually wield the sword on both left and right, but it's stuck only on the right hand of the character, I guess. Yeah, but and then yeah, this gun is essentially bugged out, has no ammo, and I can't reload it, I can't fire it. It constantly gets stuck in the reload animation, I don't know why. Later on I actually get another time spawn onto a horse, and it seems to actually have, the gun that time had ammo and all kinds of stuff, and I was able to actually shoot and not kill anyone, because fuck me, it's hard to actually shoot while on the run or on the gallop and stuff like that. And firing from horseback, especially when you don't have a first-person view, is kind of fucking irritating. But yeah. Excuse me. Back to what I was. Yeah, the bad lag, because there's no African servers for the beta, but they probably will be in the full version, because Battlefield 3 and 4 had. And probably Hardline, I'm guessing, but I didn't touch Hardline, and I didn't touch Battlefront either. So I think Battlefront mostly was a peer-to-peer type system, similar to Call of Duty, or it didn't actually have a server browser, and you just auto-matched all the fucking time, and there's no way to actually specify where. And yeah, I don't know, it felt very Battlefront-y to me, this game. It just, and I mean, playing Battlefront, yeah, so he's stuck in the reload animation, but there's nothing in the gun. He's literally loading thin air into the gun there. And it did not feel good. I had a bad impression of this game. But playing more and more, and I think it was initially the starter basic key bindings are fucking terrible. I mean, I hate the whole I got killed, and the horse dies too, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, I think maybe it was because the horse was near death. That's why that rifle wouldn't reload. It didn't have ammo. I have no idea. Maybe it's just beta problems, which they'll probably fix in the full retail version. But it's still kind of shit in the beta, being as polished as this fucking beta is. Essentially, it's a demo, really, multiplayer demo. But yeah, it felt very thing, and then it felt garbagey, like what Battlefront did. I did not like Battlefront at all. I mean, the ground combat was okay, but then the rest of it was so just the design choices were so fucking bad. And this reminded me with the UI and with the overall feel of the character, or the gameplay. I then went and I tweaked some of the sensitivity settings and some of the key bindings to make it more of my style, my user-friendly to me, and it sort of changed. I sort of felt, you know, this could be Battlefield 4. It could be have the stylings of Battlefield 4, which it was pretty good. There are one or two things I think that have been inherited from Battlefront. Unfortunately, there's like you kind of glue onto scenery as well at times with when you crouch down behind something, iron sights your character will sort of halfway stand up in between a crouch and a full attention stand, and you get this, it's weird magnetization and stuff, which I really don't like. But it's neither here nor there and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I was playing it, and hopefully, if they do flesh it out as much as Battlefield 4 and 3, it'll actually be a half-decent game and not dog crap like Battlefront. One of the other things I haven't really mentioned is vehicles, because Battlefront had god-awful vehicles. They were just terrible, but both the AT-80, which was an on-rails shooter, AT-ST, which felt awkward to pilot and was just that one felt awkward to pilot, and then the speeders and the X-wings and the TIEs and stuff, they felt like they were on like liquid, like gliding around instead of properly flying through the air. They were hard to control, and they were really designed in mind. The flight scheme was designed with controllers in mind, I must say, because there were several things that weren't actually bound to keyboard and mouse, I think, or it just had the strangest. Here's the flag gun, which is kind of funny, for the sniper class, I think? Yeah, scout essentially. Must say, vehicles control properly in this, and you'll see it in another video. I don't think I actually jump into a car or armored car or tank. I unfortunately didn't get in any really good gameplay of being in the French Renault FZ 14 or something. I think that's the French line tank, and the British heavy tank, or the German A7V. I didn't unfortunately get into any of those, but I did get into an armored car and the Scout's Jeep, which I'm quite surprised is actually in the game, considering it's World War II or World War One, but it feels more and more like World War II. So this is the end of the video, yeah. But planes actually control properly. They feel like planes in Battlefield 4, and even up to about 1942, because they're sort of more old school propeller planes, like in World War II shoot. They do generally feel like the planes from 1942, BF 1942, that is. It's dawned on me, and it could be a good game actually, if they give it the proper support and expansions that BF 3 and 4 had, and at least the amount of content that they had on launch, because that was the other thing. I've got 5 videos I'm going to be posting up, and we'll just I'll extrapolate